Preschool at Woodland friends. How is everyone doing on your staycation? I hope you're all having fun. I know it's been a little cool this week and we've had some rain, but I saw the rest of the week is going to be beautiful. The sun is going to be shining and it's going to warm up and it's going to be perfect for playing outside. Well, as you can see, I've got my pajamas on and I have my lovey doggy and we're all ready for bed. It's Wednesday night and it's been kind of a busy week for me, so I'm a little tired and I'm gonna turn in early tonight. But as I was getting in bed, I kind of thought about my grandchildren and what bedtime is like when they spend the night with me or I spend the night with them. You see, about 7 years ago, I discovered that I like telling a story at bedtime more than I enjoy reading a story at bedtime. So this story that is centered around Sarah just developed from nowhere. And so now when my kids are here, they ask, can I tell a Sarah story at bedtime? So for about 7 years, I've been doing this, and no two stories are the same. Now, you could develop your own story, and all you have to do is develop a character or a place or a thing, and every time you tell the story, it's about that person, place, or thing. So my stories are called Sarah stories. And I'll tell you how you can do it. This is the way it goes. Once upon a time, there was this beautiful princess named Sarah. And she lived at the very top of the mountain in this huge castle. It was so beautiful. The people down in the valley, they loved Sarah's family. And they especially loved looking up at the castle at nighttime because all the lights would be on and it really looked like stars twinkling in the sky. Sarah lived in the castle with King Daddy and Queen Mommy and her baby sister named Lena. They were a wonderful family and people all around loved Sarah's family. Well, Sarah was on a staycation too, and she was kind of getting tired of not having anybody to play with. So she asked Queen Mommy, could she have a tea party and invite some friends over? Well, Queen Mommy said, Sarah, you know that we're on staycation and no one can come over to play right now. But I have an idea. How about if we plan a tea party so when the staycation is over, you can have friends over for a tea party? Sarah was so excited and she says, Queen Mommy, can we plan it now? Her mom thought about it and said, okay, let me get some paper and we'll plan the party now. So she says, Sarah, the first thing we need to do is come up with a guest list. So Sarah goes, well, that's easy. We'll invite Princess Harper, Princess Grayson, Princess Georgia, Princess Greer, Princess Cameron, Princess Hazel, and Princess Alice. She says, Sarah's mom goes, do you want to invite any of the boys to come? And she says, oh no, this is just going to be a tea party for the princesses. So they made their guest list. And the next thing her mother said was, well, what would you like to serve at your tea party? And she goes, well, that's easy, Mom. We'll serve tea cakes. So her mom wrote down tea cakes and she says, well, you can't just have cake. And she says, oh, we'll have some fruit and we'll make some punch. So they had their menu all planned and they had their guest list all planned. And just then, King Daddy came in the kitchen and said, ladies, we need to go into town. We need to go by the hardware store to get some feed for the horses. And Sarah goes, oh, good. Can we stop at the library and see Mr. and Mrs. McDougal? And Sarah's mom goes, Sarah, when we're on a staycation, we can only go to the places that we must buy things in order to survive. So we have to go to the feed store and get some feed for the horses. And maybe we'll stop at the grocery store. But I'm sorry, we can't visit with Mr. and Mrs. McDougal today. So they jump in the truck and they're going down the windy road of the mountain, down into the town, And Sarah's so sad because Mr. and Mrs. McDougal are like some of their best friends, and she always stops at the library to see them, and Mrs. McDougal always surprises her with a new book. So she was really sad. Mom could see that she was sad, and she came up with an idea, and she says, Sarah, how about if I call Mrs. McDougal and ask them to wave at us from the window, and we'll blow the horn and wave when we go by? Well, Sarah thought, that's not the same as going inside the library, but that'll do. So when they got close to the town, Sarah's mom called Mrs. McDougal and explained the situation. And just as they were coming into town, Sarah could see them. They weren't at the window. They were on the porch of the library, waving really big. So Sarah's dad blew the horn, and all of them waved. And then they rode on by to the feed store to get some feed for the horses. Well, they stopped at the grocery store and picked up a few things there too. And then Sarah's dad said, okay, ladies, we have to get back up the mountain. You know I don't like driving up the mountain in the dark. So let's hurry on. So they jump in the truck and they head back up the mountain. Sarah started thinking all about her tea party she was going to have. And as soon as they got home, she ran upstairs and started planning what she was going to wear. She picked out her really pretty pink princess dress and her sparkly shoes, and she even picked a crown to wear for the tea party. She had everything set out. So she went running downstairs and told her mom that she was ready for the tea party when the day came. Her mom was really excited for her, and she says, well, Sarah, we don't know how long it will be before our staycation is over, but I'm glad you have something to look forward to. So they ate dinner, and then Sarah said her goodnights and ran up to the bedroom, brushed her teeth, got ready for bed, and jumped in bed. She grabbed her lovey, and she was laying there, and all she could think about was how much fun it was going to be when she could see her friends and have her tea party. Sarah fell asleep that night, dreaming about her tea party and all the fun that it was going to be. And she slept so good dreaming about her tea party. The end. Well, see how easy it is to tell a story? So maybe you can make up your own Sarah story, or maybe your story will be about somebody totally different. But it's a lot of fun. And remember, the story changes every time you tell it. It's always about something new. So I hope you guys are having a good staycation. I really miss you, and I can't wait till I see you again. And hopefully it won't be too long. But in the meantime, make sure you continue to wash your hands like Miss Kate told you, because that's the way we get rid of all the germs. Remember, our hands don't go in our eyes, our nose, or our mouth. Wash, wash, wash. Remember, Miss Kate said it's a good idea to count to 20 or sing your ABCs, and that'll let you know you've got your hands all nice and clean. Well, I'm really sleepy, and I think Doggy's ready to go night-night too. So until I see you again, remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.